Dynamics 365 for Sales is the go-to solution for Business Central customers who want to enable their sales team to manage deals in an effective way. But not all businesses are able to invest so much money into licensing for a full-fledged sales automation solution. And to be quite honest, not all customers need all of the features that are available in Dynamics 365 for Sales. So I will show you a way to provide safe, optimal, and a feature set associated with sales automation in a way that it doesn't break the bank. First of all, you need to enable Business Central virtual tables. Once the setup is done, I can come to the Available Virtual Tables menu and select which virtual tables I want to synchronize between Business Central and Dataverse. For this exercise, I will enable the customer table, and I'll scroll all the way down. I will do sales order, keep on scrolling, sales order line, sales invoice, sales invoice line. Once the virtual tables are selected, then it takes about 30 seconds for each of them to start to show up in Dataverse. So here's a list of the ones that I created, and there are two internal virtual tables that are also displayed or made available in the Dataverse side. So I will add these ones that I selected to my solution. Now, before we move into the automation, it is a requirement of Plan Designer that we build at least one model-driven app with at least one table. So I'll call it, the app will be called Business Central Sales Hub. We'll add a table. I'll just add the account table for now, show that in the navigation, and then we'll try to generate the whole automation for the solution. I can come here to the solutions listing page, click to create a plan, add a prompt, and this prompt is available in the comments area. I can then click create plan. The requirements agent is then kicking in. Requirements agent is saying that it completed the job. Upon reviewing it, I see that I only have two personas in the solution, which looks good. I will now advance to a process agent. The process agent has done its work. We're going to move on into the data aspect, the data modeling part of our build. We will take a peek at what details were created here as part of the data model. Based on the suggestions, we have two additional tables that were generated by AI. I want to bring some existing tables, the ones that we brought from BC. So we're going to do this for guys. I think I might do one more for customer. It's the customer table, and then you can see here that it's virtual table. I could flag the switch here, remove the filter, and it'll show the ones that we want. I'll add the contact table here for reference as well. Add selected. Now it has all the tables that I need. Okay. I can ask Copilot to create some columns for me. We'll leave that for later. I'll say that this looks good. Now the solution agent has completed its work. We'll say that the work looks good. Data agent saving the tables. I can now click on the BC Sales Hub link here in the technology area, and then I see the plan reflected in my app, as you can see here on the left side. Now that my app is revealed, I can see navigation items for leads and opportunities. I can open one of the sample records and see that it added some of the fields that I need, some of the fields that I would have expected to see in Dynamics 365 for Sales. And we can further enhance this app. We can add business process flows. We can add a bunch of things using AI to generate those objects for us. So now that my model-driven app is built and my sales team is able to manage the sales cycle using a low-cost application, I wanted to further extend the solution by creating a Power Pages website that will display options to my external customers to submit new sales orders and also to access and view information about their invoices and even display the invoice document as well as pay for the invoice. I have built a template that I started with in Power Pages, And I'm gonna leverage that template and build this additional pieces with the help of AI. In my example, I'm using VS Code and Claude Opus from here, and I'm gonna start with creating a plan for a web template in Power Pages that displays invoice data from Business Central, allow customers to download the invoice PDF and also pay the invoice online. GitHub Copilot then created a plan for me, and I can see the results here on the chat area. It's just breaking down all of the work that I need to complete, or rather, that agents will need to complete to render this job done. So notice how it breaks out the whole set of works into phases. And if I scroll down, you see that within those each phase you have steps. So for phase one, I have step 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 5. Then phase 2, page integration. It's breaking the work into steps. Phase 3 and phase 4. And then it talks about the relevant files. Remember, I started this work with a website template that already existed. And so it's listing out all the files that will suffer an impact as we ask GitHub Copilot to do the work for us. So it's just going into all of the details for this job to be completed. And I selected to start the implementation. It gave me the results here on the side of all of the content that is about to change in some of my existing file. All right, let's see the result on the website. Here's my invoices list page. It's showing a number of invoices here. Some of these customizations, it was done with previous interactions with GitHub Copilot and Claude Opus for further enhancing my existing template. And the piece that GitHub just completed is this page that shows the details of the invoice, plus an area here to see the document straight from Business Central and also the methods of payment. How cool is that? I'll be presenting how you can complete similar solutions using agents within Dataverse and also GitHub Copilot in VS Code, and even compare the assets that GitHub Copilot generates versus what Claude Code generates from its UI. And then we'll see the nuances around what is the best method to use agentic AI to deliver value for us as Power Platform developers. So I'll be in a few events this spring and summer. The list is here in the comments area. I would love to spend time with you as we deep dive into all of these details in this agentic area. Remember, you're still the human in the loop. You still get to decide how the technology shapes the automation that you need, and you can control the results of that interaction. So I hope to see you soon.